Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News with some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, on February 25th, the delegation led by Deputy Secretary of the Party Committee and Chairman of the People Committee of the Tay Ninh Province sent congratulations to the medical staff on the 67th Vietnamese Doctor Day while visiting the medical examination and treatment facilities in the province.
The delegation visited Tay Ninh Rehabilitation Hospital and Hồng Hưng General Hospital. Deputy Secretary of the Party Committee and Chairman of the People's Committee of Tay Ninh Province Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc sent his congratulations and kind regards to all medical staff working in the province medical industry in general and at hospitals in particular. He acknowledged the merits and efforts of the medical staff in healthcare for the people, especially the frontline participants in the COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control, which has helped Tay Ninh to effectively control the pandemic, soon bring people's life back to the new normal. Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc also presented flowers and gifts to medical facilities to mark the 67th anniversary of Vietnamese Doctor Day, February 27, 1955, February 27, 2022. In the morning of February 25th, Tay Ninh Provincial General Hospital held the 21st Annual Science and Technology Conference in 2022. This is considered as a scientific festival to report research results, typical techniques, modern scientific and technological applications. It's also to acknowledge the provincial health system efforts in all aspects, especially in improving the quality of diagnosis, treatment, and healthcare for people. This year's conference conveys 6 scientific topics researched by medical staff and doctors from the practical activities of medical examination and treatment in terms of internal medicine and subclinical. It includes 2 topics focused on COVID-19 research conducted by Dr. Phan Hữu Hên, Deputy Head of Endocrinology Department of General Hospital in Ho Chi Minh City, and the doctors of Tay Ninh Provincial General Hospital. The conference received many positive comments and got a great success, contributing to improving scientific knowledge as well as practical experience for the medical staff of the province, including those of Tay Ninh Provincial General Hospital.
On February 26, Tay Ninh Business Association coordinated with VNBT Tay Ninh and Tay Ninh Radio and Television Station to organize a seminar titled Enterprise Digital Transformation, a review after the pandemic. The seminar was attended by leaders of department and some businesses in the province.
Mr. Nguyễn Tấn Lợi, Director of the Taxation Department of Tay Ninh Province, shared about the preparation for converting invoice to meet Circular Number 78 and Decree 123. The shared content includes legal basis, concepts, forms, and types of electronic invoice, subjects of application of e-invoice, as well as registration and the change of registration instruction for using e-invoice. On this occasion, the representative of VNBT Tay Ninh also introduced the Digital Transformation Ecosystem. Services for enterprise digital transformation include electronic invoice, one business enterprise management software, electronic contract, digital signature with smart cards, product traceability lookup service, non-cash payment service, mobile money. Besides, leaders of departments and agencies and representatives of VNBT Tay Ninh also shared and guided a number of issues that businesses questions, such as non-cash payment, security level of electronic contracts, digital signature with smart cards. The seminar has helped businesses in the province to be more aware of the meaning and purpose of digital transformation in the fourth technology era, solutions to help businesses become more confident in the journey of digital transformation, economic and international integration, answer questions from businesses on related issues. Since then, contributing to improving business capacity, promoting productivity, quality, and improving the competitiveness of enterprises in the province.
Turn to other news. The Steering Committee 389 of Tay Ninh Province has just requested the members of the Provincial Steering Committee 389 the People Committee of District Town and Tay Ninh City to strengthen the fight against smuggling, trade fraud, and counterfeit goods in the new situation.
Accordingly, the steering committee's members and People's Committee are requested to step up the effective implementation of plans to combat struggling trade fraud, production and trading of counterfeit goods, poor quality goods and goods of unknown origin, to evaluate and classify objects and items, identify behaviors, methods, and tricks to detect and get to the root of this issue. The mentioned unit should promptly detect, prevent, and handle acts of taking advantage of the epidemic situation to speculate, raise prices unreasonably of essential commodities, items being supplies, medical equipment, pharmaceuticals, food, functional foods, medicinal herbs, and traditional medicines, or the advertising labeling lack of transparency, misleading improperly with the nature of goods in order to take advantage and deceive consumers. Actively coordinating, inspecting, and closely monitoring cross-border shipment, port-to-port shipments, temporary import and re-export, especially consignments of consumer goods, groceries, goods at risk of contraband, recirculating inland, etc. Besides, the steering committee's members and People's Committees of localities also need to apply science and technology, strengthen coordination, connection, information sharing, promote the synergy of functional forces in the fight against smuggling, trade fraud, and counterfeit goods in line with the current new situation. The Police Division for Administrative Management of Social Order under the Department of Public Security said that from February 25, 2022, the division started to issue electronic identification accounts for citizens through the procedures for granting, changing, and re-granting citizen identification cards throughout the province. The electronic identification accounts have been authenticated by the Ministry of Public Security through the National Population Database System, so it's accurate, unique, and can't be faked. With the electronic identification accounts already integrated on the National Electronic Identification application, citizens are able to perform many public services at home without having to personally visit the headquarters of state agencies. The accounts contain information of citizens, so when performing public services integrated on the National Electronic Identification application, the system will automatically fill in the registration forms, help citizens save a lot of time, as well as provide and share information with third parties by scanning QR codes and other techniques. This account can also replace the physical citizen identity and many types of documents that have been integrated and displayed on the National Electronic Identification application, such as driver's license, vehicle registration certificate, health insurance card, etc. Besides, citizens can also perform financial transactions such as paying electronic and water bills, transferring money, etc. with this account. Citizens can register for an electronic identification account by following the steps and providing the necessary information upon request when going to the police office of the district, town, and city to carry out the procedures for granting, changing, and re-granting citizenship-mounted identity cards.
The audience, the ancestor is one of the important frontline forces in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, so the Committee at Health Facility pays special attention to leading the implementation of solutions to cope with the complicated situation, to fight against the pandemic and protect people's health.
Immediately after the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Department of Health proactively established an executive board for the COVID-19 prevention and control, detected the health system across the province, and prepared facilities to accept COVID-19 patients, as well as deploy the fight against the pandemic according to the motto "for on the spot for each locality." Vietnamese district has been the epicenter of the fourth outbreak in Tay Ninh province, with the risk of spreading to neighboring areas. Immediately after receiving instructions from the party committees at all levels, the Board of Directors of the District Health Center identified the top priority tasks and took actions thereby helping Human District control the infectious disease.
Everything is so new in dealing with the pandemic in the beginning. Of course, we had encountered many difficulties. However, we also discuss and assess objective and subjective difficulties in order to find a way to overcome them. In the terms of equipment and human resources during the peak of the pandemic, we used the internal resources and support of the district under the direction of the Department of Health.
Along with disease control in localities, the task of treating and protecting the lives of COVID-19 patients is also a top priority. As the last line of defense against COVID-19, right from the beginning of the outbreak in Tay Ninh, the Provincial General Hospital has set up 2 field hospitals and treatment areas for COVID-19 patients right at the hospital with 450 beds. With nearly 800 staff, the General Hospital Board of Directors has allocated appropriate personnel for each hospital. Each member of the Board of Directors is responsible for direct supervision and direction at each hospital. With the appropriate assignment and close coordination between the units concerned, during the peak of the pandemic, the number of patients increased dramatically, but the number of serious cases were controlled, and the mortality rate was also reduced.
Contributing to the success of the anti-pandemic work at the General Hospital, the Board of Directors closely followed the treatment, the situation of each area, each hospital, and the number of patients. We have good coordination with other support units in the treatment of patients with COVID-19. And finally, it is the consensus to complete the task of protecting the people's health.
In addition to the medical staff working in hospitals, the students of the Medical Intermediate School also support the provincial health sector in the fight against the pandemic. Despite the volunteering spirit, the students still don't have much experience in fighting against the pandemic, so the school board must closely follow up to support them.
First of all, the solution we set out is to have trained staff, trained teachers to support for students with professional knowledge of pandemic prevention and control. The second is that we create dialogue groups to support students in necessary cases and also to remind them how to follow the correct procedures to ensure their health.
Currently, the situation of the pandemic continues to have unpredictable developments. Tay Ninh Department of Health directs affiliated units to continue promoting the roles and responsibilities of the head of each unit, closely following the actual situation of the locality, actively coordinating with sectors and authorities to come up with effective and timely solutions for the epidemic prevention and control.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.